overwhelming sense of frustration among Democrats over what is being described as mismanagement inside the Biden administration. One member of Congress calls the White House rudderless, aimless, and hopeless.
Welcome to Hold the Line. I'm Buck Sexton. That was CNN's John Berman reporting on the growing frustration among Democrats with the failures of the Biden White House. The realization that he sucks at this. He really does. This is not going well, folks. Their ideas have resulted in failure. Their promises, they have not fulfilled. The things they said were going to go right have gone wrong. You can do this all day. You look around at the metrics. The things that we all have to understand are the only data-based ways that we can assess a presidency, and they're really bad across the board, pretty much. Joe Biden must know this at some level, which is why so many people are starting to say, among Democrats, mind you, can this guy really run for a second term? Is that really where we're heading? The average national price of gas, for example, just to give you a little snapshot, $4.78 a gallon. Now, this is a little bit down from the $5 a gallon threshold that we had been at recently, but this is only part of the problem, you see. Because I understand what the Democrat talking point will be. They'll say, oh, you know, gas prices aren't the president's fault. There's some truth to that. But there's also some truth to the reality that gas prices are actually related to energy policy and economic policy from the administration. Clearly, because they started to go up a lot when Joe Biden took office. Gee, I wonder how that happens. But then there's something even more troubling, which is the lack of a fundamental understanding from this White House about how gas prices actually work. It's one thing to say, hey, it's not all Biden's fault. It's another thing to say, well, he doesn't even understand why the prices are high and makes it worse by trying to bully producers and, in this case, gas stations with just gibberish. I mean, here is Biden tweeting out that gas stations are to blame for high prices. He wrote over the 4th of July weekend, my message to the companies running gas stations and setting prices at the pump is simple. This is a time of war and global peril. Bring down the price you are charging at the pump to reflect the cost you are paying for the product, and do it now. Does Joe Biden really not understand that the gas stations are at the very tail end of the whole production and selling mechanism to get fossil fuels to all of us that we need? Does he not understand that they don't just jack up prices because they feel like it? In fact, gas stations make very little profit off the gas they sell. It's much more driven by the convenience stores that gas stations operate as well, which is why pretty much all gas stations have them. Interesting, isn't it? But it's amazing as well to see not only Joe Biden, but the top advisors around him clearly have no idea what the heck is going on. I mean, here is White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre, who had no idea that there was some oil from U.S. reserves actually being sent to China. Watch.
And then there's a Reuters report out this morning that says that more than 5 million barrels of oil that were released from the emergency oil reserves were exported to Europe and Asia last month, and some of it reportedly was actually heading to China. Is the administration aware of those reports? And does the president mind that some of this oil that was meant to ease pain for consumers is headed overseas?
I have not seen that report, so I would honestly have to go look into it and see what the truth is in that statement that you just laid out, and see exactly what's happening. I just have not seen that report.
Yes, I haven't seen it. No idea what's going on. Right.